You're listening to the Presence Pioneers podcast.
Hey guys, Matthew, Lilley here. Just wanted to give you an update on the future of the Presence Pioneers podcast. We're coming up at the beginning of 2026, where we will be 7 years in for this podcast. I started it 7 years ago almost with the same heart that we still carry, which is to equip you to host the presence of God right there in your church, in your community, and in your city, because we believe God's presence changes everything. We want to fuel and encourage and equip what we call presence-centered communities. Maybe you call them a house of prayer or a praying church, but a local community that's gathering consistently, corporately, and making the presence of God, ministering to Him through worship and prayer, a priority for their community. And so we want to encourage you and equip you, and we're going to continue to do that. As we've been praying about what to do for the next season of the podcast, talking with Jonathan Frizz and I, we realized that we are producing content on a local level that can actually help and encourage you guys all over the country and all over the world who are tuning in with us. Some of you may know my wife and I, we launched a new Presence Center community right here in Eastern North Carolina at the beginning of this year called The Greenhouse. And so we've been building again a prayer room as well as a house church here at our home. And it's been beautiful and it's been awesome. And on Tuesday nights, we host the School of Prayer. And it's a time of teaching and Bible study for those who are involved with our local prayer room, which we call the worship room. And it's people from our church, the Greenhouse community, but it's people from other churches as well. And I realized, hey, these teachings are aimed to encourage and provide biblical foundations for what we're doing here. And that's what we want to see happen all over the nation and the nations. And so I know they're going to encourage and equip you guys as well. So we said, why don't we use these teachings that we are doing, that I'm preparing the notes, we're recording them almost every week. How about we release these through the Presence Pioneers podcast to begin to encourage you guys with this same biblical truth? Here's what I found over the years, having been a part of prayer rooms for over 15 years now. Some people, they get excited for a season and they don't stick around and they don't last. Some people, they get a little tickled the presence of God. They come and visit. They have a worship night and it feels good, or they feel like they should pray more. They hear a teaching that's encouraging them to pray and they go, okay, I'm going to do it. There's many different reasons. Maybe a friend invites them and they've got some friends that are hanging around the prayer room. So they decide to start going a little bit. But one of the keys to keep people going that I've seen over the years, and one of the keys that kept me going all these years, is having a biblical root system that's supporting and undergirding your commitment to gather with other believers to worship and pray all the time. So it can easily get discouraging. You can show up to a prayer meeting, there's just a few people, and some weeks you go, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Is this even worth it? Well, I've gotten now over the years 100 Bible verses undergirding me. So when I go, is it really worth it? I can go, yes, bam, 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 bam. There's all these verses I can begin to list out in my heart, in my head. I go, yes, of course. There's biblical foundation for why we're doing what we're doing and the value of it. And so my heart is to see other believers who maybe are part of prayer rooms, praying churches, begin to develop that biblical root system so that they know why they're doing it and how to do it and what to do, because this is all throughout the scriptures. And so that's the goal of these teachings. And I think they're going to really encourage you guys, give you some strength to keep going, and maybe even be a resource that you can share with others who are part of your local churches and communities where you're there gathering together to pray and worship and minister to the Lord and host the presence of God. So that's what's going to be coming in the next few months. I'm not sure how long we'll keep this going. Jonathan and I have some ideas about some interviews and conversations and other content that we can produce for you guys. But at this point, we're looking at probably every week. We're going to release these for free. We do have paid subscribers. But for now, we're just going to release all of these free, fully to the public, just to encourage and equip you guys. And if you want to support what we're doing, we would love for you, of course, to become a paid subscriber, but it's our honor and our joy to release these and sow them out into the prayer movement, and hope that they will help you in the future to host the presence of God right where you are, because we believe God's presence changes everything. God bless you guys.